unless these guys come in the ring with a shotgun and a 9mm, I don't care what you hit me with. You can hit me with everything you got, which he did. I'm going to keep coming. I will not be denied. I have no quit in me whatsoever. And sometimes you can be so evenly matched. Quoting the great Custody Amato, sometimes two fighters can be so evenly matched, it'll come down to who will is the strongest. And you're not going to find one heavyweight in this country who will is stronger than mine.
Did you think this was a fight like that? Was he in there? He was tough, obviously.
Yeah, he was tough. And it boiled down to who wanted the most, you know? Who wanted the most, man? You know what I'm saying? Who could stand up to each other's shots, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't take my shot, you know what I mean? Every time I landed a good shot, I hurt him. You know, everybody been told about my punching power, and tonight, you know, I displayed it. If I catch you, I'm going to hurt you. It don't matter how big you is, how tall you are.
Do you think he was your toughest opponent so far?
No, Maurice Harris by far was my toughest opponent. You know, he was a very technical boxer. He made me miss a lot, and I learned a lot with him. You know, he took me 12 rounds. You know, this guy lasted 6 or 7. You know, and pretty sooner or later, you know, I was going to keep the pressure on. I didn't care what he hit me with. I was going to keep the pressure on. And sooner or later, I knew I was going to walk him down.
How would you grade your performance?
Probably like a C+ maybe, you know, because I'm a lot better than that technically. I'm a lot sharper than that. I knew I got a lot sloppy in there, but sometimes you got to turn it into a dogfight, you know, and tonight I had to adjust to his reach and the distance, and I had to make it into a dogfight, you know, and sometimes that's what you got to do to get a win.
Amir, this is your first fight on the national stage. You think you made a statement to some of the other heavyweights out there?
Well, I hope I did. You know, I don't think he was my toughest opponent. Dominic Gwynn, I fought Dominic Gwynn. I only had 13 fights for the NABO title. You know, we tried to go after Seth Mitchell, but they knew what everybody else now knows. Seth can't take a punch, so they knew he wasn't going to take my punch. Then we fought Dominic Gwynn, you know, early in my career. I fought Maurice Harris. I fought Jason Gavin, who went over there, just beat James Toney. He's still winning fights. He just took Steve Cunningham to fight before me, 12 rounds, you know. I stopped him in 1 round, you know. A lot of guys that I fought were tough guys, you know. It's just that when I catch you, when I hit you, I'm going to hurt you.
What would you like to see next?
I would love to see
what would be the proverbial next step?
He's tall, just like this guy.
I'd like to fight Steve Cunningham, Glaskov, Adamek. I don't want to fight anybody that tall unless his name begins with a K.
Obviously, you just mentioned 3 guys who are kind of all in this main event, Pelts Boxing, NBC circle. Do you think it will be one of those next 3 guys?
Well, there is talk of Adamek fighting Glaskov, and I don't think Cunningham's trainer wants any part of Mansour. That was the indication I got. But, you know what would be a great fight, but it doesn't have any meaning, is him and Darnell Wilson. The way they're built, the way they fight, but it's just an interim fight.
And you saw me hit his arm a few times, you know? Exactly. Exactly. The ref should have had him stop holding down on my head and keeping his arm out there like that. But you know, listen. You keep that arm out there like that, I'm going to hurt it. I bet you he won't be able to lift his arm tomorrow. And leading on to the fight, he stopped using his jab, and I was able to get in and close the gap a lot. And that's